Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching Michael Jordan's Playground Part 2. We're continuing the great documentary that is this. It's kind of like an educational, inspirational type of documentary. Very different from the other ones we've watched, but I've been enjoying it nonetheless because it's still relaying what Michael Jordan wanted to give to the community in 91, and I want to take that in because it's still applicable to us today. So we're hopping into the 1989 Eastern Conference Finals. Game 3, Chuck Daly was just talking about how good Michael is. We'll see it on the court. Let's go.
Listen, this guy, stay up. Watch, listen, stepping in. Stay on top, first of all.
He's going to get the ball up top. When he gets it, he wants to drive right. He wants to drive right.
Play him straight up. Watch.
Dude, that's so dope that they were filming huddles like that back in the day. I wouldn't have thought that they would be putting this much attention into filming like the Pistons huddle for what later was a Michael Jordan documentary. What? Or was this for a Bad Boy Pistons documentary and maybe the Michael Jordan team paid to add this into their own? I don't know, but it's interesting nonetheless.
Pull it up for a quick shot on it.
No let down, no let down.
We only got 9 seconds. All right?
When you step on the floor, it doesn't matter how many times you've done it before. All that matters is that you do it now.
True. All right, there's 9 seconds left. This is a Michael Jordan documentary. Something tells me Michael Jordan's going to hit a game winner, but I could be wrong because it's the Bad Boy Pistons. And I know in '89 they lose to the Pistons. I just don't know how much.
Pippen finds Jordan. There it is. Rodman is on him one-on-one. 5 seconds to go. Jordan off the glass.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Those are the moments you put in the hours of practice for.
All the yelling Chuck Daly did for that. Look at the heartbreak.
Those are the moments you put in the hours of practice for. Those are the ones you never forget.
Okay, we go back to '86.
On the drive across the lane, turnaround shot, got it. 63 for Jordan, a new NBA record.
Real quick on that '86 matchup versus Boston. Now, as a Gen Z guy who's heard a lot of, as y'all like to call them, bronzesexuals or bronze stands or whatever, I've heard people try to discredit that '86 performance, saying that Hakeem, Rockets, 1986 roster, Hakeem was battling them in the finals instead of losing to them in the first round. But who was on that team? Ralph Sampson, Hakeem, Rodney McRae, Lewis Lloyd, John Lucas. I'm not going to lie, dude. I've not heard of a lot of these names. I've heard of Cedric Maxwell. Obviously, I've heard of Hakeem. I think I've heard of John... No, I haven't heard of John Lucas. I've barely heard of this team. How good was this Rockets team? Because, like, when people back then were comparing people who were just drafted, they were like, okay, Hakeem was just drafted number 1. Jordan was drafted number 3. Jordan had that amazing series versus Boston in '86. No one can take that away from him. But Hakeem was on another level. He was facing that Celtics team in the finals. They lost. But the fact that he took a team to the finals is crazy. Was Hakeem the best player that year? Or was someone else the best player? Like Ralph Sampson, for example. Cedric Maxwell. Are they the reasons he made it? Because, I don't know. It's just what I've heard to discredit Michael Jordan has been like, oh, Hakeem was way above him early on in their career. And it wasn't until Michael got an actually good, dominant team that he was able to go on these runs. Hakeem was going on these runs and playing better versus the Celtics than Jordan ever did early in those years. So, hey, that's just what I've heard. That's not my own opinion. But I want y'all Jordan fans who watch these to give me maybe some more context around that.
Jordan sees an opening in the lane. The reverse one.
Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. We hopping all the way around, dude.
He kept it in bounds. Here it is again. Oh! Yes! Eagles are down by 1. The whole season comes down to this. They're going to double off the ball. Pippen and Hodges will cross along the baseline. The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it!
Bro, if you make your opponent fall down like that in disappointment,
Foul line. A shot on Elo. Good!
the way Elo did,
The Bulls win
that's got to be so satisfying.
it! They win it! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers. Michael Jordan hits it at the foul line. 1 to 100.
Okay, the groovy beat
I
is back.
hustled and I hustled and I played as hard as I could. But it didn't matter. I still got cut
All right, so why did you get cut?
because I got abused. I mean, Coach had his mind made up. It was nothing I could do.
Well, you go back and change his mind. Look, when I first came into the league, all people thought of Michael Jordan was, look at him dunk, or how many points did he score? No one really knew I could play defense, but I showed them I could play defense. That's what you gotta do. You gotta show them that you're tough. You can do what you need to do to win. When I was a rookie, I surprised a lot of people with some of the things I could do offensively.
Jordan to Higgins, back to Jordan.
To Jordan, nice move on the baseline. Go! Bulls can cut it to 1 if they score. Here's Jordan down the middle all the way. Look at this crowd.
Even though I knew how hard I worked on defense, all anyone noticed was the way I scored.
Here's a kaboom.
So that made me work even harder to get that recognition as a complete player.
Every kid nowadays who's falling in love with the three-point shot because of Steph Curry, they need to go back and watch this documentary, man. I love the mentality here of like, hey, man, you might be good offensively, but defensively, being that complete player, that'll take you to the next level. Hey!
Here's a pass stolen by Jordan. Michael Jordan a breakaway in for the left for the dunk.
Yes, he dominates the game on the offensive end of the court, but he also dominates the game on the defensive end of the court. And that does more, not just for his team, but takes more away from the other team's confidence than anything that he can do offensively.
I like that. That's true. Good defense
When I'm playing defense,
can just completely desecrate, I don't know, deflate an offense.
I want to break down my opponent mentally. Not just the man I'm guarding. I want everyone on the other team to be looking over his shoulder, watching for me, thinking about where I am.
Dude, the fact that Michael was making these documentaries for all his opponents to see, and he's showing their faces, showing, I want to tear these guys apart, and they didn't take that as enough motivation to go beat him. Instead, he just kept beating him year after year, outside of the Bad Boy Pistons, of course, but this is a crazy documentary to make. When you have actual opponents live in the game trying to rip your head off. That's crazy. This man is a different breed.
Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins has it stolen by Jordan. Michael Jordan on the drive. He's got the jam, and the Bulls have the lead. Here's over the top, and Smith. His shot spotted out of there by Jordan.
Everyone on the floor is always aware of where Michael Jordan is.
His defense is an attacking kind of a defensive situation. The ball comes around me, it's in jeopardy because I'm going to knock it loose.
But these beats are crazy. I like it.
You know,
So
he
rhythmic.
goes inside the phone booth and put on his Superman suit, and you know, he's everywhere.
I know when he's guarding me, you know, I have to watch not to put the ball out too far because, you know, he's just so quick.
Richmond nearly gets it stolen by Jordan. Put down.
The defense isn't the only part of my game that I worked hard to improve.
Ball loose, Paxson has it.
The passing.
That's a Magic Johnson pass.
People always talk about Magic Johnson's passing ability, and they always talk about Larry Bird's passing ability, but it's rarely people really recognize Michael Jordan for the exceptional passer that he is.
The puppeteer.
Passing may not be as glamorous as dunking or blocking shots, but becoming a better passer is one of the most important things I've added to my game. Defense can double and triple team you, but if you find an open man, it'll make you twice as hard to stop.
As I'm telling you, man, every kid needs to watch this documentary. Passing, defense, offense, like, you gotta do everything right. You can't be one-dimensional.
Every day I play, I want to get better. The day I stop improving is the day I walk away from the game.
He's a winner. He plays to win. He just doesn't play to do all the fancy things.
Jordan the rebound. Saves it in. What a save! What a flash! Play by Michael Jordan.
He can do so many things. He's a player in the league, probably the only player in the league I can think of that just has no weaknesses.
Michael Jordan has it in the Bulls.
Do y'all think he's the only player in NBA history without a weakness? Or do you think there is another player who you could think of that hasn't had a weakness either? Like, what was Kobe's weakness? Maybe he wasn't as athletic as Jordan? Maybe something like that? I don't know. I'm just curious. Like, what do y'all think is the closest player to having no weaknesses after Michael Jordan?
Come back with a chance in the lead. Jordan, head of the key, cuts left on the drive, in the left hands to Neely. It's knocked away, but two grand, he lays it in.
He's been scoring champ. He's been defensive player of the year. He's been dunk champ. He's been everything. He wants to win.
Fadeaway. Back to the dramatization. Dude, I can't with the Disney Channel level of acting, but I kind of like it because I loved Disney Channel growing up, you know what I mean? Humble this kid, Mike.
Okay, but you're the best in the world. I probably could practice for the rest of my life, and still it wouldn't matter.
See, competing is not just a test for who's bigger or stronger. I mean, it really determines who has the bigger heart. And some people just don't have it. No matter what happens on the court, you still got to be able to compete for yourself.
What a crooked rim, dude.
But did you see the guys I was up against? They're bigger, they're stronger, and they're the same guys I gotta see tomorrow. Again.
Yeah, maybe they are better. And yeah, maybe you will get cut again tomorrow. But I don't think, after all this time and practicing and playing, that deep down in your heart, you don't think you have a chance. Don't be afraid. Go find out.
Back, dude.
The best part of basketball is competing.
All right, man, I'm gonna leave part 2 right there. This is good, dude. How many of y'all, be honest with me, right before tryouts, you watched this documentary as a kid, trying to gain that inspiration for the tryouts next day? I'm curious. And how many of y'all did you actually make the basketball team? I tried out, I didn't make it, and then I stopped trying. I kind of wish I would have kept going. I'm 5'9", and I was always really chubby as a kid. So I guess in my mind, I was like, I'll never be as good as these guys who were 6 foot already in high school. And I don't know, man. I feel like I quit too early on that, and now I guess I could play in a rec league, but it's not the same as growing up and playing like at your school's team, I feel like. But yeah, let me know, did y'all get inspiration from this? Do you feel like this motivated you at all as a kid? And man, I wish that they would show this to more kids. Like the defense, the passing, like the emphasis he's putting on being a full player with no weaknesses versus being like there's so many players. Like I can think of like Mitchell Robinson from the Knicks, who just won the championship. The man can rebound, and that's pretty much it. Like that's literally the only reason he gets paid is to rebound, and I guess like to put back shots, like really easy shots. But I don't know, like how much of it is it motivation to improve your game, and how much is it like I'm good at this one skill set? They're paying me for this one skill set, no need to improve. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts on the documentary. Hope you'll have a great day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. Let me know if you got more docs for me to check out, and I'll catch you guys on the next part tomorrow. Doses.